Our next speaker is going to teach us how to relax and talk to us about breathing and meditation. I'm happy to introduce Felicia Newsome, who is a licensed massage therapist. She is the co-founder of the CATA Oncology Massage Training Program. Let's welcome Felicia.
Good morning. I was walking here this morning and this song kept popping in my head, so I'm going to share it with you so it can stay in your head for the rest of the day. And it says, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?" So that should stay with you the rest of the day. So when that happens, you can think about me, okay? So actually, I'm going to ask those of you who can stand up and feel comfortable standing up to stand up because you've been sitting for a long time. And those of you who want to stay seated, you can, but I'm asking everyone that's standing, I need you to kind of just move around a little bit, right? We'll get to the breathing part in a few minutes. But I need you to move your shoulders, get your heads going, do whatever you need to do, get space. Those of you sitting down, I need you to stretch your legs for me. Stretch your legs for me, stretch your arms up for me. I'm watching, you're not doing that. I need that happening, come on now. We need some circulation going on, all right? Thank you very much. There you go, look at you. Come on, move those sacrums, those hips. Get those shoulders going. All right, look at you. Doesn't that feel good? Yes. And that's activity. That is not exercise. Activity. All right, thank you. You can sit down. And so my talk today is really, it's called Breathing is Meditation. And so we're actually going to do the work. We're actually going to do the work for that. And I say work because it really is work, because sometimes we think that when we are thinking about meditation, we have to stay still, we have to close our eyes, we have to do all these things, put our tongues to the roof of our mouths and all of that. And the truth is, the moment that you can check in with your own self and get your breathing to a certain point, you are actually allowing your body to do what meditation does, which is basically conserving energy, right? So I'm going to ask you all to sit back in your seats, all the way back. These are really good seats, by the way. High knees all the way back to the back part of the seat. And I'm going to ask you to sit up straight, both feet planted on the ground. We can get those lights down now. Thank you. I know. Well, whatever, however you can get them down, right? And I'm going to ask you also, you can either close your eyes if that's what you choose to do, or you can just half cast your eyelids, pick a spot that you just want to look at a little bit, and just breathe. So I'm going to walk you through the breathing. So I'm going to ask you to breathe in your nose and breathe out your mouth. And while you're doing it, I want you to see whether or not you're getting the air all the way in, or is it stopping somewhere in your chest. So we're going to breathe in our nose, and we're going to breathe out our mouth. And I'm saying it slow, but if you feel like you cannot do it at the rhythm of my voice, it's okay. You have to find your own rhythm. I'm going to ask you to do this breathing in, breathing out without thinking about it 2 more times, because I want you to feel what's going on. Feeling anything in your body, feeling tight, feeling odd. When I'm doing it now, I feel like my chest is a little bit tight because I can't get the breath all the way down, right? So it's okay that you can't, because it's letting you know that you're not breathing deep right now and that you haven't been all morning. So that's a little bit of a check-in, right? So we're breathing in our nose, out your mouth. And you can make noise if you want to make noise. It's good for you, right? Because you want to breathe in. When you breathe in, you want to really get all the air out so that you make more space to get more air in. Does that make sense? We're breathing in and we're breathing out. You can force it out if you need to, because the next time you breathe in, you should feel like it went down a little bit further. Back out. And on this time, I'm going to ask you to hold for a count of 2 or 3 when you get that air in and out. Bring it back in. Exactly. Yawning is good. holding for a few seconds. Now I'm going to ask you to slow it down. In. Hold. 2, 3. Out. If you feel anything in your body that still feels sticky, when you breathe in, direct that breath to that space. Hold it there for a few seconds. And when you breathe out the sticky. We're still breathing in. We're breathing out. It's coming in. Holding for a few seconds. Breathing out our mouths. And in. Holding. And out your mouth. And as we're coming in, any place that's sticky, we're breathing into it. We're holding the breath there. We're letting the breath back out. Once again. We're still breathing in. And for those of you who have your eyes closed, still breathing in and out, I want you to just open them slightly. Whatever's in front of you, just soft gaze at it. Breathing in and out. So your eyes should be open, soft gaze in front of you. Whatever it is that you're looking at, the floor, the chair, me. And still, you're checking in with your body as you're gazing. If there's something feeling sticky with your eyes open that you didn't feel before, you're going to breathe into that spot. I'm going to hold it for a second, and you're going to let that out. We're still soft gazing. Getting those breaths in, feeling how good it feels to get those deep breaths in and hold them. And we're letting it out. Now we're going to put our imaginations to work. We're going to breathe in. We're going to think every single molecule and every single muscle in my body is smiling right now as I hold this for 3 seconds, and I'm breathing out. And when I breathe out, I'm breathing out. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to bring it back in. I'm going to hold for my count of 3. Everything is smiling like little emojis. And we're breathing back out. I'm going to do 2 more rounds of this, and then you're going to become fully aware of what's going on around you and still breathe. So this is my first round. And out. I'm listening to you guys breathe. You're doing good. Second round. In. We're holding. And out. Now I really want you to be aware of what's going on. Fully aware. You can move your head, move your body, but still breathe in that same way. Eyes should be open. You should be watching. You should be looking. And here's the beauty of all things that's going on right now. When you're on the train in New York City, which can be very, very stressful, this is the best thing to do. Actually, it winds up making people sitting next to you do the same thing. or standing next to you do the same thing, especially if they hear you breathing. So while you're listening to me and you're watching me, you should still be breathing in that same pattern. In, we're holding for a few seconds, and out. I'm letting everything that needs to be out, all of it. Coming back in with what I know is good for my body. I'm holding it for a few seconds, checking in, pulling all that stuff that needs to be gone, back out. You got one more round of that. Pulling it in and breathing it out. Thank you. Now here's the kicker. Most of the time we think that meditation means that we have to do all those things, sit still, put our tongues to the roof of our mouth, because that's what we've been told. We live in New York City, and New York City, it's got a lot of stuff going on all the time. Even when we're sleeping, if you live in my neighborhood, you hear sirens and you hear the dogs, and sometimes on the weekends you hear the really great music pumping in the middle of the night. And sometimes it's really hard just to get to the point of feeling like you can stop. And you can't stop anything that's going on around you, but you can stop and just check into your own breathing. And so why I say that breathing is meditation is because what you just did just now, what we all just did together in this room that just changed the energy of the room, was meditation in its own right. And because meditation just means I'm getting centered with myself. I'm coming back to center. I'm coming back to that place of my homeostasis. And homeostasis just means balance. So good morning, congratulations, and have a good day.